It's Kezi. What up, world? Y'all know the rules. If I misspeak, tell lies, or sound insensitive, challenge me, correct me, or give me your perspective. Let's go. All right, so y'all see the headlines. Nvidia sees its biggest market cap loss ever as stock has worst day in 4 months. Let's go. So today is February 20th, 2024, and Nvidia lost $78 billion in market cap on the day. Okay, just today alone. You know why? Because people know earnings are coming out tomorrow, and they're afraid that earnings either won't be as good as the market hopes, or that earnings will be good, but since earnings are backward looking, it doesn't really matter because we're investing for the future. And there's fears that Nvidia's outlook for the rest of 2024, right? The revenue outlook will be underwhelming. So Nvidia Corp, right? Nvidia Corp is about to report another set of blowout results on Wednesday, right? So people already know the results are going to be on point. A lot of insiders already know what the numbers are. But Wall Street has come to expect that more and more from the chip giant. So it's not a big deal. Like the price right now, a major blowout earnings report basically has already been priced in. That's why the stock is so high right now. All right. Perhaps that's why Nvidia stock, which is down 4% today, slid to its worst day in 4 months. Basically, people were buying the news, selling the results. Okay, so they're buying based off of the hype, and then now the hype is there's no hype after tomorrow, right? Because then the actual numbers will come out. So they're buying. People bought on the excitement, the psychological euphoria of how well the numbers would be. But then tomorrow, when the numbers officially come out, there's no more hype for the numbers because now we know the actual numbers, as opposed to like, oh, it could be this and it could be that. Like the potential is gone once the numbers are actually released. So the potential caused excitement, euphoria. People bought, and the more they bought, the higher the price went, obviously, right? Heading into the report. So shares fell 4.4% on Tuesday to log their largest single day percentage decline since October 17, 2023, when they lost 4.7%. And that happens every September, October. The stock market, growth stocks take a dive for some reason. Nvidia shed $78 billion in market capitalization on the day, making for the largest daily loss of market cap in history, according to Dow Jones Market Data. The prior record was a $56 billion decline seen May 31st, 2023, which is less than a year ago. So, yeah, let's go. Still, Nvidia stock has surged more than 35% so far this year in 2024 already. Given Nvidia's share price rally year to date, we believe overall market expectations have risen significantly as consensus earnings are now approaching our forecast, wrote HSBC analyst Frank Lee. So, Lee and his team see limited room for further earnings upside in 2024 relative to the sales and earnings surprise that we saw in 2023. And that was a surprise because in 2023, everyone said there was going to be a recession. And it never happened because the Fed didn't let it happen. People never mentioned that. The Fed started printing money again in March and April. So let's see. And then this year and next year, 2024 and 2025, a lot of major corporations have their um, debt contracts maturing. So then they're gonna have to re-up at a higher rate. So that's gonna, dampen sales, obviously. Analysts tracked by FactSet anticipate that Nvidia logged $4.59 a share in adjusted earnings on $20.4 billion in revenue for its fiscal fourth quarter that ended in January. See, insiders already know the numbers before it comes out. Adjusted earnings per share is expected to be up more than 400%, while revenue could more than triple. Jeez. But then where do they go from here? When you talk about year over year, quarter over quarter numbers moving forward, they're going to have to beat these numbers, which would be real hard to keep growing that fast. So that's definitely going to hit the stock. Not that it's going to crash or anything. Adjusted earnings, so that means there was a bunch of supposedly one time events that won't keep happening, right? That sent the earnings number per share to these heights. So watch out for the adjusted, when you see the word adjusted in these reports, because that means it was a one-time event. It's not going to happen again, or it shouldn't happen again. So don't expect a continuation. The company is forecast to see similar eye-popping numbers in the current quarter that we're in, with analysts modeling $5.02 a share in adjusted earnings per share, up more than 350%, and $22.2 billion in revenue, roughly triple what was seen a year before. The setup for Nvidia looks challenged, with the bar so high, according to Mizuho desk-based analyst Jordan Klein. A potential stock move to downside feels a lot bigger than upside move, he continued. Though he also said he wasn't making a call on the quarter, as it's likely a mistake to do so with Nvidia. Yeah, because you never know with Nvidia. They could pull a rabbit out of the hat. Because they might take over the next 5 years. Nvidia might take over as the number one company in the world, as far as market cap goes, over the next 5 years. I could see that happening. I could see them taking the number one spot from either Apple or Microsoft, just because of the changes in the technology and with AI. Like Apple isn't number one in AI unless they buy a AI company that's like legit. They make their own chips, but that's not what they specialize in. Like, they specialize in hardware, tech, and you know what I'm saying. So products. So and AI is going to be led by software. It's going to start off with hardware chips, but the bigger profits are going to be in software, not in hardware. Hardware would be chips. So who's going to have the apps? Who's going to have who's going to make the Apple App Store of AI, though, where everyone has to go through them, or who's going to make the iPhone for AI, to where everyone has to go through that company to access AI. We shall see. But yeah, that's just a little rundown for the Nvidia story I saw for today. Yeah, comment below, like and subscribe to the channel. Grow it. Kezio is what it's called. If you know me, you know we here to ball. Let's raise our wealth and take it to the top. I'm out.